Hello everybody! I am Olive Lade and welcome to my Wonderland. This week we'll be taking and walking in a winter wonderland. Having a look at the recently just been Wonder Festival 2024 and a few things that piqued my interest and some things that will definitely have to be on the pre-order list. And god tire, oh my goodness, some of these things. But it's true, like other creators, this Wonderfest has felt a little bit different to previous years, but that could just be I'm putting towards whatever, we're interested in, and I think a lot of the things I'm interested in, majority just got updates, which is pretty good, but a few new things that are like, oh my goodness. So without further ado, let's start getting into the mix, which is a little bit funny because the first figure I'm talking about is this figure that I just saw today and I had to include, and this wasn't included in the Wonder Festival, but I had to, which is the ReZero Rem Melty Princess by Mega House. So it's a new series by Mega House called Melty Princess, which is quite interesting. But they have quite a cute line of figures first up. But I saw this Rem and they must have heard my cry for help when, if you watch the video where I had my 2024 pre-orders, I did have a bit of a rant, I won't lie, about how there wasn't any Rem figures I was interested in pre-ordering, which is a little bit disappointing for myself. Now then, this just got announced, and isn't she just gorgeous? She's adorably gorgeous and just I love it so much. It'll be an instant pre-order, so I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Mega House, for bringing a gorgeous Rem that I just, can't wait for this one. Now, actually getting started on something from Wonder Festival, we have this Nightmare Before Christmas Sally and Zero by Revoltech Kyoto, I think that's how you say it. And I think it looks like a really cool addition to the action dolls category. Yes, I am also a huge Tim Burton fan and I love A Nightmare Before Christmas, especially Sally's song. It's just something in the wind. But it's interesting in the pictures, it doesn't show, like it has listed Zorro down as a character, which, I mean, who wouldn't want a ghost dog with a tiny pumpkin nose? So I hope that might be an accessory. I am tempted to grab this, may not, but very tempted because it looks quite gorgeous how they've managed to get the attitude of her body. So in the poses, promotional poses, so I would be keen to see the finished product. Of course, I gotta get started on the albedo section, though not as many as previous years, especially I think last year was like a big bang with heaps of albedo figures, but still we have some nonetheless. And this was put up for pre-order just before Wonder Festival, which made me think maybe they're putting up, like, it looks magnificent. This is the Overlord 4 albedo 1/7 by Good Smile Company. And everyone's really excited by it. It is another lingerie kind of swimsuit-esque figure. I do love the wings and the details hair, even though I'm tempted to I'm annoyed that I'm tempted to pick this up though, because I really want more, I don't know, more adventurous clothing ideas. I feel like we're getting so much, bikini. I know that's the audience, bikini and lingerie and swimsuit vibes, but yeah, I can't be too picky, can I? Nevertheless, I felt like that they put it out for pre-order because to try to get hype around this figure, because maybe there were other figures that they knew were coming out in Wonder Festival that might overshine it. But no, I don't think that's the case. Nevertheless, I may pick this up, may not, but it is quite a cheeky, stunning albedo lingerie figure, so looks like it would be a very nice addition to the albedo shrine. But we'll see. Next we have, yes, surprise, another albedo figure, and this is Overlord Albedo by Katie Cully 1/7 restrained version. Ooh. Animaster and Animester Kadikawa. And I did actually I saw this pop up and I thought, you know what, maybe I will pre-order. So this popped up just before the other one that I just talked about. And yeah, so this is, of course, as its title suggests, a kind of bound version of albedo, and you have these, I like how they've used skeleton hands on this. I'm kind of on the fence about this figure, even though I have pre-ordered it. I do love the colours, and it's a bit more, I think it would look really cool with my China dress version, and there's another version with blue hair coming out this year. I love how they've introduced purple into the back of her hair. Her wings are on the thinner side, unlike the previous figure I just showed. The wings are definitely better on that design, but it is still kind of unique and debatable, a bit more of a dress than the last one. But that being said, yeah, still in the same fence about this as the other figure, but still, again, a nice addition to the Albedo collection. I do really like the face on this figure, which is a bit hard to see from this picture, but she does have a really nice grin on this, so anyway, moving on. Now, I'm super keen with these next two. Yes, more Albedo. So even though it's less than previous years, we'll still get a lot of Albedo. So this is the Overlord Albedo KD Cully 10th anniversary version by Kadikawa. Already a 10th anniversary version. And yes, a lot of people are a bit upset about the showing of support stands on this, at least, but then on the other hand, it's nice that they're not hiding the fact that this may need support, which, yeah, they could have really worked into it if they had the wings, like strong wing points touching the cracked base, or like it's got this really cool staircase down, or like these shards of the staircase attached to the wings, but like in a way, you know, when she walks, she's kind of, they could have done that. They need to become more creative with the support stands, because it's possible. They just need to work it in. But despite that, I absolutely adore this figure. I love the hair. You've got that kind of liquid feel at the top, and then it's just all billowing out at the bottom. It's beautiful. Her dress, she's got her magical staff there. That is so cool. And the wings look quite beautiful too in the base. So I'm very excited for this Albedo. I think it's going to have to be an instant pre-order when she gets put up. Talking of another instant pre-order, we have another Overlord Albedo in armor that might actually be affordable. So I have the Hobby Licked one pre-ordered, which I'll have to wait a while because it's in stock and it's from an Australian store, but the face on that is a bit iffy. So I would really love this because the prototype for this looks really good, and this is the Overlord Albedo by DMM Factory. I don't know what else they've done, but I do love the design with the wings and her hair, and the axe. It looks so good. So I can't wait to see this coloured, and it's definitely going to have to be an instant pre-order. This is, so at least getting two figures I've really wanted. It's gorgeous. Yay! Looks like S-Fire has also released a new sort of cute series. Is it Pucci S-Fire by Sega? Oh, with Sega. And they have an Overlord and Rem, and of course many other characters. They're cute, kind of like little plush-like plastic little figures, and they're quite adorable. Depending on the price range, I might pick them up, but as for knowing S-Fire, a lot of their figures I think are a bit overpriced. They do have some good quality control from the prototypes, but I haven't seen any of their products in person because I really love like the Rem when she's carrying her younger self and that. But anyway, I'll have to look more into that, but these might be a cute pickup, and if you like these kind of style, then maybe some other characters you might adore might get in this style too. So yeah, that was a nice little addition. Now another Overlord figure that isn't actually Albedo, and that is Overlord Nabriel Gama, the Juami Bunny version by Anakumi Hobby Japan. So I love this design. Yes, a lot of us are probably wishing for her original maid outfit, which that would be amazing with her stuff. That awesome like armor metal skirt maid version, but until we get that, this I guess is a nice addition, an unexpected addition. So another bunny version of herself, and dare I say, they have a little version of her too here, which it's not a set. That would have been really cool if they did like a set thing, but no, you have to buy these separately. And I do love that they've included her staff in this, and they have some sort of cool magical orb coming out of her hand. The sculpt looks quite gorgeous in the prototype. They're probably going to do painted tights, unless of course they do no tights, which, I mean, probably painted, let's face it. If this is going to be a series instead of like a one-off, this would be pretty awesome for some other characters as well. So fingers crossed they might do that, because I think this is a really cool idea. Of course, that also depends on pricing, depending on the little one, but that would be a really cool set. I am tempted to pick this up, even though I kind of put a stop to buying any other Overlord figures apart from Albedo and my cute little bug waifu, but I might have to make another exception for Nabrel, because this does look very exciting. So, moving on to my first 2025 pre-order! And that is the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku 17th Miku Expo 2023 VR toy box. Wow, this is a long description. Designed by Coco. And how... Come on, you knew I was going to pre-order this. You've got like a music box, circus, doll vibe, and it's Miku. Not to mention that added vibe of the little creepy doll esque feel with the key in the back of her and the little point shoes, because dancing history, of course. Am I right? This figure looks beautiful. I can't believe they put out the pre-order, because it didn't look like it was going to be put up for a while. I wasn't expecting it. So, and this went from being a wish stage, everyone was wishing this would be a figure, to actual prototype and not knowing if it's going to be put through, and actually being put through. Yes. I wanted to get less Miku figures, but I had to instantly pre-order this, because look, the design is just gorgeous. So what more can I say? And the color scheme as well, with like the stripes, the yellows, the little polka dot bow, just gorgeous. Despite only being a teased artwork, I'm very excited for this as well. And that is the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku Fantasia Witch version by Ribos. Ribos has been absolutely killing it beautifully with these amazing figures they've been releasing. So I think they're going to do a magnificent job on this. Hopefully not, they're doing a bit more cutesy style, but this looks like if they do a prototype close to this artwork, I think it'll be amazing. I feel like we are dying to get a new awesome witch Miku, and if Ribos creates something as beautiful as this illustration, instant pre-order. Very, very hyped. The color scheme and the details, such as like the roses imprinted on I think it is a dress, and you've got these really cool spiky fluffy bits on the scarf, and this cool magic symbol. This would be an epic figure, so I'm pumped for this. Hopefully we can get some quick updates on this soon, please. Now, not to be confused with the Miku before, so this is original Hatsune, so original character, 1/6 Bunny Girl version by Kai Tendo. Now, Kai Tendo's been pretty okay with their quality control recently, but still in the past they've been a bit iffy. The Shaltier Bloodfallen figure I got from them was beautiful, whereas a different Alice version that I got on a plate, I thought it was a bootleg, but it actually isn't, because of the quality. It was so bad. Anyway, moving on to this, I love the illustration for this and the aesthetic, especially the hair. It looks really like, I thought this was Hatsune Miku at first, which I was like, oh, okay, but it actually isn't. But I love that pink hair vibe, so I'll be keen to see what the finished prototype of this would look like. Will I pick it up? Maybe not. It does match my pink aesthetic, so I think I could come up with an excuse to buy it. But yeah, I think this is really cool. So it has been a while since I've got a Kuji figure, or a figure from a Kuji prize, because some of them have been amazing in the past, but nothing has just grabbed my eye until recent. So this is so, but for my love of Sakura Miku, so they've got a Hatsune Miku by Good Smile. They're doing a Kuji with Nendoroids. They've got 3 different types of Nendoroid Mikus, and here are the ones. Of course, I've loved the one in her original outfit, and the one with the beige jumper there. I think those ones work well. The other one kind of looks like it's a body part from something else, and the sculpt is very similar to the 2 Sakura. Yes, I have 2 exact same ones, Sakura Miku ones that I have had previously, but I mean, what could one more do, you know? I mean, I don't know if they come apart like normal Nendoroids since they're prizes, but I guess we'll see. So I thought that was a nice new surprise addition to Akuji. and I might just have to pick up one. Now, Good Smile really teased this, so they put up an artwork. There was an artwork on my figure collection they put up of this, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to make an announcement for Wonderfest. Surely not, because it only just put up. And then bam, grayscale prototype sculpt. And I love this outfit. They did a Nendoroid doll with this, and I'm sorry, I love the idea of real fabric clothes, but they're such a pain to put on Nendoroid dolls, so I was reluctant to buy that, even though I love the idea, the design, especially with the fiddly jacket. Nevertheless, they're doing a full scale of this design in scale proportions, and I would have to be an instant pre-order. I love the shop-esque style with the hat, the skirt, the hair, and the pose is just so beautiful. So this will definitely be an instant pre-order. Oh, and I forgot the title! It's the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku Sakura Hanami outfit version by Good Smile. Now, I am a massive Pandora Hearts fan. Like, it is legit probably my second favorite anime kind of storyline. I need to reread the mangas, but I just absolutely love Pandora Hearts. And I actually have some collectibles which I haven't put on display yet because I haven't had the space, which I'm gonna hopefully work out a section so I can have some of the stuff I have from it out. And so you can imagine my absolute thrill when I saw that they're making Nendoroids of Oz and Break. Of course, Alice is my favorite character, Break is my second favorite character, and of course my husbander is Gil. I mean, who else could it be? It's just gorgeous. So I'm also not a big fan of having too many Nendoroids. That being said, I am sure I have at least 20, which is yeah, that doesn't seem like I'm not a Nendoroid fan at all. But so I'll have to definitely pick these up and pray that we're going to get some pop-up parades. Could you imagine? There's so many epic artworks that you could make of these characters into figures. It's just screaming to me in some beautiful figures, which is very, you know, I love Black Butler, and it's kind of that same style vibe. So I'm gonna have to pick up these two, I'm afraid, and fingers crossed we're gonna get some more and maybe similar to scale things. Another collection that I also have been collecting over the years is the Inobuko SS Secret Service figures. So the prize figures, and I think I have one of the scales. And I thought I was happy and finished with what I've collected of that series, but no, they're gonna do Nendoroids, and it's because they are not only doing Rarichio, but we are finally gonna get Ketsukami figure in an Nendoroid form. And I mean, he may not be on my husbando list, but he's definitely up there with the charms. And I won't lie, after having so many Rarichio figures, I wouldn't mind having a figure of him. And if they're doing Nendoroids, that I'm just gonna have to get, because that's gonna be adorable. Him with his little suit. I hope he has wolf ears. Well, I mean dog ears, but you know what I mean. That would be so cute. Fingers crossed for pop-up parades for those as well. That would be amazing. Looks like this is gonna be my year for Nendoroids, which is not what I wanted, but look how cute they are. I can't say no. And at least the clothes are solid, so I'm not gonna have Nendoroid doll issues. I'm sorry for anyone. I love Nendoroid dolls. These are so much easier. And that is the No Game No Life Azuna Nendoroid by Good Smile Company. And No Game No Life figure still coming out, which I think this is the only one that got announced, which is quite funny. I guess they have so many figures that have been worked on that have not been released. But anyway, so this looks absolutely, and look at her long sleeves. I'm sorry, that sold it for me. Her long sleeves, she's so cute. I have so many Azuna figures. I think I have all of them. Yeah, I have all the Azuna figures that have been released, so of course I have to add this to the collection. And she's got the long sleeves and her tail, so she's super, super adorable. And fingers crossed for anyone who loves Stephanie, they might do, because we've got a Azuna figure now, they might do a Stephanie one, which would complete the main characters of No Game No Life, which would be awesome. Not that I'd pick up a Stephanie one, I don't have any of her figures, and that is just purely by space reasoning. Even though I have been tempted numerous times. I'm still annoyed Good Smile haven't done an Urza announcement for an Android. They've done Lucy, they've done Natsu, so you'd think the only logical explanation, especially with the rate they've been releasing of fairy tale figures, that they would have announced one now. So hopefully they're working on one, because I'm really hanging out for an Urza Android. The Natsu one and Lucy one look so good, so please Good Smile. Soon. Talking of Urza, we did get 2 figure updates. Well, 1 figure update, 1 figure announcement. And the first one, which looks amazing, is the Fairy Tale Urza Scarlet Ghostly Armor by DMM Factory, which is pretty awesome. They're the ones doing the Albedo armor too. Goodness, this company just has to do a Rem figure, and then they've done my majority main trio. Dare I say a Shana figure, which I doubt, because Good Smile have got that absolutely covered this year. But this figure looks amazing, and a new armor. Yes, this is an official Urza armor. I think it's from the later series, from what I remember, but it's just gorgeous. And I really did enjoy watching the combat with this. And look at all the swords! I really hope this, looking at this, I'm scared of the price. Like, I'm really hoping this is scale price. Like, I'd imagine maybe close to, like, over $300, maybe bordering $400, but I'm hoping in that $350 range at the most, because a lot of official Urza resins have been released, and some of them look really amazing, but obviously I cannot afford them being over $1,000. So I really, please, I'm really hoping, and this has me scared. If this is expensive, which it probably will be put up for pre-order before the Albedo potentially, then I guess my hopes of having the Albedo one will dwindle, but oh goodness. So praying to the pricing gods, please, because I really need this as in my collection. She looks just epically divine in this amazing magical outfit. It's also one of her softer armors, so that would be a lovely change, even though I love Urza, of course, for her badass attitude, which I can relate to, but she doesn't have too many pretty outfits, and I feel like this is on that edge, so it would be nice kind of breaking that up a bit and putting this in the collection. So oh my goodness though, it's beautiful. Orca Toys also had to add an addition, of course, which it's nice to see they're still in the game as far as making Urza figures, and this is the Fairy Tale Urza Scarlet. They don't have any other further title than this. I think, it looks like it could be from the film, the outfit. Have to look when I've got a bit more time, but it's a different outfit again, and I think this looks really cool. So here's hoping though that I could actually fit her in a cabinet, because the last one, which was gorgeous, I can't fit in the cabinet. So, but this big spear and the base that may have a potential underlying base, well, hopefully not. Let's see, I would like this to fit in my cabinet this time. Anyway, the digital sculpt looks quite nicely detailed, and I guess, well, we can't say much until we see a grayscale prototype in person or some color, but I am excited for another new Urza. Definitely will have to pick up. At least I know Orca Toys' price range is reasonable. And for all you Lucy fans, they have also a new Lucy figure announced. And I think the idea is really cool, and the sculpt of Lucy looks really cool too. But the pillow of Happy just makes me laugh, because it looks like there's something wrong with them. I'm sorry. Maybe it's too realistic. Maybe once it's painted it'll look a bit better. But it just looks really it looks like an actual blown up Happy face, and he looks honestly concerned, and I find like I'm sorry. This beautiful Lucy figure, and then you've got this pillow that just, hopefully they can give it a paint job that makes it look like a squishy pillow, otherwise this will just look a little bit weird. But funny. I'd still pick it up if I was a Lucy fan though. This would probably be awesome. I love how they've done her hair, and her clothes sculpts. Body obviously looks amazing. So yeah, this will be fun to see how this finishes. But yeah, that Happy pillow looks really not happy. Kurosai has been getting a lot of love recently, so Steins Gate fans I think will be pretty happy. And this figure by Katie Cully 17th Kadakawa looks also awesome. So we had the recent one, which all the screens and everything that just came out, which looks epic. And then you've got kind of a bit more of a simple version here, but I still think there's things to love about this. The one interesting I find is the base. I don't know if that's rippled carpet or sand, or depending on what sort of effect they're trying to get, but they've got the television, which is at the back, sinking into, well, it's a monitor, sorry. It's a monitor that's sinking into the sand, and I quite love the pose Kurosai. Her hair looks amazing. I do have to watch this series properly sometime, but I'm also kind of like maybe I shouldn't, because she has so many epic figures that have been released recently. Nevertheless, I think this is another awesome addition for Steins Gate fans and did catch my eye. I do love the Gothic nun aesthetic, and I'm not sure why I don't have one figure, the kind of just like a original character figure of one of these yet. I guess maybe try not to dive into that, though I have driven a little bit into the nurse category. But this might take the cake for me, because we've got two figures of this Azulaine character. First being this 1/6 by Annie Game, and then the second one, which everyone seems especially excited for, the deluxe edition by Alta, which I can see why. And you can have her legs in two different poses in this one, which looks quite awesome. I love her hair. I am very tempted to pick up the Alta one, depending on the price. This might be my ticket into this aesthetic, potentially. Well, it matches my aesthetic, but this category, which I'll try to resist, but this figure does look very promising and gorgeous. Damn it, Azulaine, like in my pre-orders, you're just ruining everything as far as my control, winning me over by beautiful character designs and figure designs. Damn it. So I'm trying not to pre-order this, but if you see my pre-order list, you know I failed. Moving on, Good Smile have finally done some Cardcaptor Sakura figures. And of course we've got the main two girls here, and I think they're going to look absolutely adorable. I have a friend who loves Cardcaptor Sakura, so I had to put this in for them. FNX is also again preying on our wallets, trying to make us spend ridiculous amounts for beautiful figures that is just, on I presume everyone's wish list, but as far as acquiring them is another story entirely. Starting off with this Monogatari series 1/7 Shinobu figure, and she looks very cute and beautiful. But what is really getting everyone into a shamble, including myself, and is they've done it. We feared it, they have done it, and that is Madoka Magica, Homura, and Madoka versions. Oh my goodness. They're beautiful too. The design, the kimono design with the patterns on them, and I love Homura's umbrella. That is real fabric. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And the Madoka one too, both so majestic. I so want the Homura one. This is hard. I don't think I'd be able to add any of these, considering I can't even add the Albedo one to my collection. I can still dream though, we can still dream, and it may become a possibility in the future. But until then, we'll have to keep dreaming, because these figures look absolutely beautiful, and I just love the real kimono vibe and the collaboration with the design. So it's amazing that they've done it, but yes, it's more of a hate-love relationship, isn't it? Shibuya Scramble has also grabbed my attention again, and we've finally got an update on the Madoka and Homura figures, which is they're doing like these awesome Soul Gem versions. So Extreme 1/7 scale, and they look really epic. We've got the Madoka one, which is just perfect. It's so beautiful. And the Homura one, I know a few people are like, oh, it's a weird how she's kind of like leaning back in that falling state. But I mean, if you've watched Madoka Magica, which, at first I'm like, it's weird. But then when I think about it, that is very Homura fighting style wise. she's kind of tossed all over the place because she's more on intellect, and she is very smart in how she does fall and land, but it's very much, and you know, of course, the side hair sweep and everything. So it you know, I was like also concerned, but then I was thinking, no, that's very Homura, so I've got nothing concerned about that. And yeah, no, I can't wait to see that colored as well. Maybe we might be able to pre-order this year, which would be amazing. I'm definitely gonna have to get the Homura one. As far as the Madoka one, I would love to get it, but also I feel like if I got, I like my collectibles in like odd numbers, even though it doesn't really work for my Kakuri shrine, but still. So I would love it if there was certainty that the other girls were going to be made into soul gems as well. I know they're not as popular, but that would be awesome if they did the full set, because in that case I would try to get the full set. But of course, not sure of the price. E-stream figures can vary on being okay to maybe be very expensive, so I guess maybe that might also be the denominator to whether or not I pre-order both. But yes, they look very gorgeous. I'm so happy how the prototypes are turning out thus far. We'll at least getting the Homura one, might get the Madoka one. On the Homura front, again, you know, she's my favorite magical girl in Madoka Magica. They've finally done, Good Smile have finally done a pop-up parade that is this version. And yes, and that was my original complaint with the last set that they released, which they had her cute glasses version, which is nice, but this is the version I wanted, so might have to pick this up, even though I don't really have room in my Madoka Homura shrine at the moment, but I might have to make room for this. As far as, yes, I don't have room for the E-stream figures either, but I'm gonna have to at least work in that Homura one, because I love the whole idea of the soul gem, so we'll work it out. Another fandom that I've been seeing some awesome figures of, especially in this Wonder Festival, is the Blue Archive. And I think what I really love about the character designs is they are reminiscent of Jibril from No Game No Life, and I would love more Jibril figures, but obviously for the moment there probably won't be unless another season's released, let's face it. But these two figures caught my attention nevertheless from Blue Archive, and that is, we've got this Hina swimsuit Good Smile version, and I just love the design. It's probably the pastels, the hair. It definitely gives Sheltier Bloodfallen vibes, except it gives her like three quarters more hair. So I really love this design, and even though I'm trying to tell myself not to branch out, but she's kind of got those like little Halloween wings there, so I could work her into the Halloween section, but she's still a beachy version. So I probably won't grab this, but I do absolutely love the design and wanted to mention it. The other Blue Archive figure that caught my attention, and that is the Hasume F-Nex 1/7 gym uniform version by Firyu. And yes, and as a lot of you probably thinking, that is the main reason probably that drew me to this design, is the albedo-esque kind of aesthetic, but she's still kind of different. I love the kind of the chill gym uniform, and you've got these, of course, these wings, the halo, and the hair. I think I'm just obsessed with the hair strand that goes along her face, because it's in this really cool ponytail, but then it's just so loose as well, the tension, and I don't know why, I just really love this design, and it's up for pre-order. I'm very tempted to get it, even though it doesn't fit into any sort of sports category. Then again, I'm kind of tempted to get this other sports Miku figure, and that is the Good Smile Racing Hatsune Miku 2023 15th anniversary version. I do already have a racing Miku, and that is the Sakura version, where she's kind of like a mechanical fairy, which is beautiful, works in with my Sakura section. But still, it's kind of, it seems Racing Miku, but not really. But this really seems Racing Miku, and what draws me to this is the really cool, I don't know if it's macarons, I don't know what the base is made out of, something sweet, which definitely would grab for me, but the cute expression on her face, and you got the cute little chicks there as well, as she hugs the trophy. This might be my, I know I have the other racing Miku, but this might be my first racing Miku figure that looks like a racing Miku figure. So I am tempted to pick this up because the prototype is quite gorgeous. And if I did, then that would probably give me an excuse to get that other blue archive figure. Have like a little racing section though. I don't need it, I don't have the space, but I'm kind of tempted because the designs are gorgeous. Or I at least had to talk to you about them, but yeah. Of course, I also had to mention the amount of promising holo figures that are gracing everyone's attention at this Wonder Festival. So there's like 5, oh my goodness, and they all look so good. So just so I haven't seen the series yet, it's on my list, I'll have to, but they've got so many beautiful figures of her announced. This bunny one's adorable, how she's kind of biting the ears and the tail on it. This could look really amazing by Katie Cully. And I also love this summer dress one by Katie Cully, and look at this. The artwork for this is amazing. I'm even tempted to pick it up even though I haven't seen the series yet, and so that would be really awesome as well. Holo fans are eating well this season. This one's by DMM Factory. The Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf. It's the white shirt version artwork. Pop-Up Parade is also doing a holo, which looks really cool. And I think a few of my holo fans on my Discord are very excited for this one, and I can see why. The prototype looks very promising and nicely detailed. Also, we have this minifigure by Palverse Pale, and that's the Bushy Road Creative one, and that's really cute. I've seen the REM version of this. It's an interesting set. I think the holo though looks the most promising. But yes, another unusual style, but still cute, and another holo edition. And with that brings me to the end of my list for this year's Wonder Festival, from the figures I was interested in and some ones I just wanted to talk about anyway. So please tell me what you think of this recent Wonder Festival in the comments down below. I'll be very interested to hear what figures in particular have got you hyped. And in comparison to last time I did a list, I didn't do a list last year, but in 2022 my list included I think 70 figures that I talked about, which is like woo, in comparison to this year, which was about 40 figures that I talked about. Nevertheless, still, this Wonder Festival definitely had some exciting mentions. I made a My Figure Collection list, which I'll link in the description. So if you saw any figures in this video that you wanted to add to your My Figure Collection wish list, or just find out more about, then you can do so. If you enjoyed the content that I create, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. And until next week, stay safe, treat yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye!